What are you doing? Gosh, dude, I was feeling all sorts of things. What's going on? Are you okay? What are you doing?
Dude, I'm just feeling a lot right now.
Yeah? What is this thing? Did you get it at a yard sale or something?
It's a 12th dimensional flute Tom Carroll gave me.
Oh,
in
he
the
did?
mountains of ayahuasca.
Oh, when you guys were walking around?
Yeah.
You guys whittled it?
He welded it for me.
He whittled He whittled it for me.
Why did I turn Irish? He whittled it for me.
Dude, so this, oh yeah, I can see it's this Tom Carroll model.
Yeah. He only made one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And he likes to meditate live streaming too, huh?
Yeah, I love him.
Dude, you should collab and whistle while he does it.
Dang. Dude, Tom Carroll's like the best version of a ex-pro champ. Well, I feel like he found the best path.
What's that?
Well, after you win a world title, it can kind of mess with you.
Because you think you're like God's gift to the world.
Yeah, the ego can like destroy you. And he found like meditation and he's like free.
Let me ask you a few would you rather questions. Would you rather win a world title or own a house at a perfect beach with great waves?
Win a world title, but then be like poor.
Yeah, you'd win the world title, but then you'd have to go work at Best Buy.
Definitely beach.
Yeah, you'd have to. Would you rather always have to announce your arrival at the beach with a trumpet or leave the beach doing a moonwalk?
Trumpet.
I know, that'd be sick. Would you rather have Kelly Slater follow you or Jack Johnson collab with you?
Definitely Jack.
Collab with you on an Instagram post? All right.
Come on, Jack. I'm still waiting.
Would you rather never get an air the rest of your life or never get barreled the rest of your life?
Air.
You'd rather, you ditch the air.
Dude, airs mean nothing.
Airs mean nothing, guys.
Dude, I've done thousands.
Yeah, but
and thousands of airs.
Let me ask you this. That first time you could tell your fins escaped the water and you landed, wasn't that the best feeling?
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Once you do it a few times, it gets pretty old.
Is it kind of like when you're in a barrel, you're like in God's nature green room?
I've never gotten used to a barrel.
Wow.
Because it's like a new painting every time.
Yeah.
You can practice an air. I mean, you can go to wave pool and do hundreds of airs.
I got you.
So it becomes very monotonous. And then it's like, it's a little too ego driven. So then you get super particular. Like, oh, I didn't like grab the tweak hard enough on that one.
Right. And an air is more like man-made, your own energy. You're doing it. Whereas a barrel's like, you're just part of the wave, bruh. What kind of mood are you in today? If we had to put a color on it.
Iridescence.
Iridescence.
Is that a word?
I don't know.
You know the stuff like when gasoline pours on someone and it kind of makes a rainbow?
Yeah. Like the mirage, kind of?
It's, you know how gas has that like filmy rainbow-ish
Yeah,
look?
like in a puddle.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Oh.
So I think it's iridescence.
I don't know what that...
I'm saying it wrong.
I'm feeling a little red. I'm feeling determined right now.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think it's the hair.
You got your red wings?
I got my red wings, dude.
Do you know what that means?
No. What does that mean?
It's gnarly.
Dude, so you were telling me the other day you hate when people say the word sure. Why does that tick
Isn't
you
that
off?
the worst?
But tell me, why does it tick you off? So like if I was like, hey, you want to meet up and go get some Baskin Robbins?
Sure.
And I'm like, wait, does he?
Yes. It's like this weird like power trip.
Yeah, it's like a weird and like blurry word.
It's like a kind of disrespectful thing to say.
Okay, so do it again. Ask me something.
Ryan.
Sure. You're great at improv. So it's just this word that doesn't give
Dude, I think it's like one of the most dick things to say.
Sure.
Or when you're having a conversation about something and they're like, sure.
Yeah, it feels kind of
like right feels better. Like right. But they're like, sure. It's always that freaking like Ryan Crosby time. Like, I make video games in the back.
And so you try to ask them a question like,
the smartest like know-it-all people, they say sure.
They say sure too much.
Sure. It's just like,
yeah. The other day, I think I texted my wife something like, hey, should we go to this? And she just wrote sure. And I was like, I need something more than that. Like,
sure?
Are you sure you're sure?
Dude, sure means no.
Sure means
usually. And they're just saying yes because they like owe you or something.
So cut out sure in your dialogue. Sure.
Like, just be sure when you say sure. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, yeah. Stop saying sure, everybody. I don't condone that. Or
I don't condone this.
Or whatever. Should we go to improv class? Someone told us that once.
Why?
To sharpen our acting skills, because we're going to be in movies one day. We know it.
I mean, I feel like we're fine.
I know, but I think we could
How could I improv any harder?
What is improv? Is it just being good at
what? It's what we're doing right now.
Oh, we're
just talk.
We're just talking.
Get into it.
Okay. I'll be Laird, and we're going to make a scenario.
Okay, you're Laird and I'm Kelly.
Oh, crap. All right.
Here you go. Or you're Laird and I'm Gabby.
Oh, gosh. All right. I come into the kitchen, and I'm like, Gabby, what are we doing today?
Laird, did you take your anal mushrooms?
You always ask me that. I take them every morning.
Did you take them anally? I know you like to try your ear hole.
All right, guys, so we're doing something new. We have moved the Pinch My Clips section to its own show that comes out every other Monday.
Let's tell them why we did this.
Why did we do it, Sterling?
Every day, someone's like, go weekly.
Dude, guys, post weekly.
So we're going to have Pinch My Clips come out one week.
Yep.
And then Podcast comes out. And then
Podcast.
Pinch comes out. So every week we're partying.
We're doing something every Monday.
And we're bumping Pinch My Clips up. We're taking it up a notch.
Yeah, so this Monday,
there'll be flames.
we have a new Pinch My Clips show that comes out every other Monday and a new Pinch My Salt podcast that comes out every other Monday.
So don't worry, Pinch My Clips isn't going anywhere.
But hang out with us on the podcast. We still want to hang out with you guys.
So now instead of Pinch My Clips being like 10 minutes, we're going a full hour.
Are we? We'll try. So make sure you're tuning in every
Can you
other
imagine a full hour of Pinch My Clip? We're going to be partying, dude.
Might be too much. Check that out. Every Monday, there's something to watch.
Every Monday, we're here for y'all.
We're here for you guys. We love you.
When are you starting the Patreon?
We got to start a Patreon if I'm ever going to go full time with this thing.
What do you think, y'all? If we do a Patreon, can we get Ryan full timesies? Because then we want to vlog.
We can vlog. We can make so much content.
We could have like freaking 2 times a week.
Freaking 2 times a week.
That would be rad.
That would be rad. Dude, I want to ask you a random dumb question. So from a non-surfer to a surfer that's been around the boards a lot, what does it feel like to break a surfboard? What is that feeling? Like, does it happen when you're not on the board? Does it happen when you land? What does it feel like?
It feels like when you find out your girlfriend's cheating on you.
Really? It just destroys you?
It does. If it's a really good board.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I've seen guys cry.
Have you really? Because in skateboarding, it's very normal to snap a deck. You put a new one on, you're back out there.
It's just so hard to get a good board.
So you have a board you love. I didn't even think about that. So you have
it was harder like 10 to 20 years ago.
Yeah,
because you're depending on like one man to be in a
it.
good mood when he shaped it and everything to just go just right.
And then you serve it, you love it, and then you break it.
And you break it. It's like...
So have you ever gotten close to crying, or do you more like just get angry?
Oh, yeah. I've gotten angry.
Really?
When I did contests, because you would have a board and everything's going right and perfect and you're serving and then...
What breaks the board? I don't get it. Is it airs?
They just wear down and they get too flexible and then they'll snap.
So they'll snap on a hard turn or like in a crazy wipeout. Anything. So when you see the board and it's broken...
Oh, it's like...
Your like girlfriend just dumped you.
Your heart breaks.
Because there's this clip, we can show it real quick, of this guy who's, remember, like he's on the beach. He looks like his child just got ran over by a car or something. Yeah. So what's he feeling in that moment?
Like his child got ran over.
God, because from a non-surfer guy, I'm like, looking at this guy, I'm like, just go fix it. And it's not even broken. It's like his tail, his fin thing's broken.
I know that guy. I used to surf against him back in the day.
He's got emotional stuff.
He's a Brazilian, and I feel like he's old school, and I think he found like a good board where he's like, well, I'm kind of like surfing good right now.
But if you look at the clip, isn't it just his fin box or something?
I mean, once a fin box go, it's over.
Oh, really? So it's...
I mean, you can fix it, but it's like never the same.
Oh, so you can feel the pain.
There's little dings and stuff where we call them cancer dings.
Cancer dings.
Because it's like a cancer. You get a little bit of water in it. And then that's the first step of it getting weaker and browner.
Oh, God. Wow. So it's a sad day when a board breaks.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've learned to treat boards worse and they last longer.
Explain.
When you cherish something too much, I swear the universe will send in, let's break it. So I like trick the universe.
I don't care about this board.
Yeah, well, I'll just throw it in the van, Sandy. And they last forever.
Weird.
Like my boards that I treat the worst last way longer.
And you
and then you'll get a good board and you'll put it in a board bag and you're like, and then a wave will just be like, ah!
Wow.
Like, ah!
And have you kind of segued this into your relationships with women? Kind of treat them bad.
Dude, it's kind of true. Dude, that's so true. If you just cherish a woman, they'll just get so sick of you. Women's brains are like reversed. Everything's reversed.
Yeah.
They're always like, I want a man that takes me and treats me like a queen.
And then you do that and they're like, screw this guy.
And then like some douchebag with a leather jacket with a Japanese tattoo on his shoulder. They're like, oh. Treats him like terrible. They're like, I want it.
So do the way you treat your surfboard, treat your women.
Right.
And the universe will work it out.
Well,
that's
there's
funny.
an ancient saying.
Oh, boy.
If you hold too tight, you'll break it. And if it's too loose, it'll slip out.
That was wow. If you hold on, it'll break. If it's too loose, it'll slip out. Whoa, dude!
This is ancient wisdom.
Write that down, everybody. Oh. Wow! I wish I met you, I wish I knew that earlier in life. Oh,
It is true though. Dude, is there a freaking draft in here?
What do you mean?
Did you feel it?
I'm starting to feel it, yeah.
It's because we got the freaking laser cut Savalés on, dude.
Oh, the breeze squares? Dude, these are the Sika. Summer
Who makes these?
Savalé, dude. So summer's coming, bro.
Dude, these are the freaking ultimate summer shoe.
And you live out at that beach.
I feel like if you wore these in the summer, you could never get hot. It's like there's a natural AC system in your feet. It's like a house in Bali where it's made perfectly and the wind flows.
Like an architect did it right.
Yeah, like a freaking architect made these or something.
Why is no one else thinking of this?
The natural AC system?
Yes.
I know. Why does all the dumb shoe companies are like, we want to make these stinky and sweaty? It's like, why are these guys the first to think about our comfort in life? It's like the most comfortable person ever is behind this stuff. And they smell good.
You know why? Because there's wind going through it. Dude, they feel so good. You know when you put on a shoe like this and you just feel like more confident?
Dude, they smell like an art exhibit or something.
Look at the flex on those babies.
Put some freaking Sikas on, dude.
Dude, this is Savalés, and they have this shoe called a Sika, and they make your foot feel like an air conditioner.
Sika. And isn't the inside of the shoe like sweat free?
Dude, it's just made for bare feet too.
Right.
Like it's just they figured it out.
They don't ever get like that stink smell.
No, the stank ain't happening. So guys, check out Savalés online. Grab a pair. They're sick.
Sika.
Let me grab this. I'm going to grab this board and show it to the audience real quick. Yeah, so what's up with this board, Sterling? What's the story?
My first surfboard.
Whoa, it looks so thin.
Look at the teddy bears.
Yeah, there's little teddy bears on there. So when you were a kid, this was your first shaped board?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
I remember watching them shape it.
Where was it? Like at a Toys R Us?
No, it was in
like a legit shaper's bay.
My dad had a shaping bay. But yeah, dude, this was my first stick. I would go out and freaking shred.
So you would,
when I was like 3,
dude, that looks so sick.
I'd be like, wow.
Getting inverted. You'd crush at daycare. Dude, that's sick. Can I hold it? Yeah, this is like a piece of your history right here.
Yeah, it's crazy. I used to be smaller than that board.
No.
What if we got a replica made?
That would be sick.
But made it bigger? That's what's crazy. I was riding twin fins first thing.
Oh, you've always been a core
I
lord.
know. Like, it doesn't get any corer than this.
A twin fin.
Single concave twin pin.
When you were 4. So do you remember surfing on that?
I remember like paddling for waves.
Like,
yeah, but I'm sure I got up a few times.
yeah, I'm sure your dad like pushed you into some waves.
But I had like bigger boards. That was easier.
Yeah. Not soft tops.
Not soft tops.
No. Dude, what are you wearing right now? Something's wrong with you.
Well, I got this flute.
Yeah.
And it came with like a Enlightenment starter pack.
Nice. Dude, so are you teasing enlightened people? Is it just this thing where people that are too enlightened?
You know who's the sketchiest people?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen people where they go like this? It's okay. Let me say this again.
Yeah.
White people when they go
like they're happy.
Like on Instagram and they're like
like too smiley.
Like, oh, ooh, ah. I like native people do it. Like I think they mean it because that's where it like came from. But when
like feeling for somebody. Okay.
Like, have you ever seen those yoga girls on Instagram?
Yeah, and they have nose rings and they're just bedazzled. It must take days.
And they're like,
yeah.
It's fake.
All right, I get it.
Well, they're trying to get enlightened through the outside.
Through physical stuff.
Yeah. I tried to become enlightened once.
Right. What happened?
Like I went out in the woods and starved myself for days. Dude, I went vegan full on.
Right.
Like I really went for it. And then I realized like, dude, the most enlightened people are just the one that's cruising.
Right.
Cruisons.
It's all up here.
It's just stop.
It's just stop.
Well, it's like just be looking out of your eyeballs and stop like projecting stuff and whatever. And when you just stop, like you'll just naturally start loving. And I feel like God is the pure love.
Right.
That everything blooms out of it. So when you see people on Instagram looking super trendy and they're like and saying all these fancy words, like, dude, they're the gnarliest to be around.
They're sketchy.
Their egos tricked them, dude.
Right. And it must take hours to put all that crap on.
Dude, what the hell is ego?
Ego?
It's weird.
We're all right in our own minds. We all think
it's like we were given this ego to keep us alive.
Yeah.
But instead it started like cities and putting our pictures up everywhere.
Billboards and
it's all our egos. Like if we didn't have ego, we'd be chilling under trees right now.
Everybody would be wanting to help
We'd all be
other.
banging trees.
Yeah. Yeah, ego is I think has taken down many a great men and women in life.
For sure. But dude, it's also made us do like rad stuff.
Yeah, like build skyscrapers.
Or just like want to go out and do something crazy. I think if you just know like the operating system, what's happening.
Oh, your operating system?
Yeah. Like, oh, well, the ego wants, like, it's trying to, like, do something rad, like, cool. Right. But not like, this is everything.
Yeah. And you know how people always think other people are thinking about them? And the older I get, the more I realize, like, no one's thinking about me.
Not only are they not thinking about you, they don't care about you either.
No, they just think about you maybe if they see you for a second, and then they're thinking about themselves.
Me. Or they see you and they're like, what? Yeah. What are they thinking about me?
Yeah.
If you find like maybe 2 to 3 people that actually care about you, you're like doing good.
You're set in life.
Like you could make it.
Yeah. Hey guys, real quick. Sterling is going to play this tune that's going to trick you to like and subscribe. You will subscribe to the Pinch My Salt Show. Your finger will hit the like button. You will leave a very fun, happy, nice comment right now. Ooh. Dude, so I heard there's a new boss of surfing.
Here we go. Who is it?
What is it? Who is he?
You tell me. Who is it?
Oh, here he is. World Surf League hires new CEO. His name is Ryan Crosby.
Ryan Crosby. He sounds... This is already a bad start.
What if he likes us and he brings us involved in to help save it?
Well, maybe we'll like him.
He said he was the former head of publishing of Riot Gaming.
What?
He has a background in publishing and marketing, entertainment giants including Netflix and Hulu. So is he a surfer?
I'm about to start yelling at people right now.
Dude, chill.
Good thing I played that flute.
Ryan Crosby.
What is going on? Okay. Sorry to interrupt you, but there's got to be a two-headed snake here.
Okay.
I understand if they want to find a good marketing person.
Yeah.
But as a CEO, you should have a surfer, at least be the face.
Right.
So it's a combo package. Okay, I'll be the face. I've been in the surf world. People are comfortable with me. I'll do all the talking.
Right.
And then Ryan Peebles or what?
Crosby.
Ryan Crosby.
So you be the good guy, he be the bad guy.
Yeah, it's you do, go talk to Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know nothing about surfing.
Yeah.
So it makes all the surfers feel worried.
Yeah.
Because you're going to come with these ideas and we're going to be screw you.
Yeah.
So if it was someone we knew,
yeah,
we'd be oh, okay.
If you put Tom Carroll as the guy, but really there's Ryan Crosby. He's doing all the deals, but he's doing all the creative
and
energy.
then Tom Carroll still has a voice.
Right.
And he's let's keep it core still, though. You know? Let's go to G-Land, y'all.
Let's go to G-Land, y'all.
Here's what I would do if I was the CEO.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I think I think they need to be separate.
Yeah.
I know I've said this before.
Yeah.
You know how the WNBA, all the girls are kind of taking off, or the college girls.
Yeah, everybody's
Caitlin Clark.
Clark.
Dude, everyone's so into it. Dude,
Yep.
I feel we need better marketing for the girls.
Yeah.
And just blow them up on their own. Because it's always man and girl, man and girl.
Yeah.
And I feel with the guys, we could get way more gnarly.
Yeah. And they need a Caitlin Clark, one of these girl surfers.
I think every guy on tour should mandatory have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, vlog.
And they connect it into one channel.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I was looking at the WSL podcast. They get 300 views.
Yeah.
I'm 300 views?
No one cares.
Dude, surfing. They just need good media.
Yeah.
And also, dude, they need an after show where it's me, you, freaking ex-pros, and we just just Chuck and
Charles
Shaq,
Barkley
they just tear their asses.
Game 6, these guys, man. I know what they're laughing about. I think I do too, but what are you laughing about? You know what they're laughing about. I'm laughing at Chuck. You understand. Shaq is over there.
It's like Ricky Gervais when he used to host the Golden Globes and stuff. Everyone wanted to tune in because they were ripping on Tom Hanks. And
so, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and so...
What's so great about the Shaq and the TNT show?
Yeah.
It's they make fun of them, but also they know everything.
Yeah.
So it's they can make fun of them.
Yeah, they have all.
And they're also giving good criticism.
I mean, in what world where a Shaq just destroys Charles Barkley for never winning a championship, and they're cool with it. Their egos, they get it. Everybody's good. They need that.
Surfing it's so weird. Whoever's in charge of surfing, they're so scared of any real talk.
I know. Just
apparently I heard the announcer Joe Turpel.
Yeah.
He has all this stuff he's not allowed to say. He's not allowed to critique anything.
Dude. So he's handcuffed.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's so boring to watch, because it's
yeah,
if a guy rode a wave and some real surfer was up there and actually he totally bogged ass on that first turn.
Yeah.
It would be whoa, okay,
yeah,
and it would up the level.
Yeah, people would be oh, this is real talk. People can tell when people are being filtered.
But when it's constantly this fake, oh, that floater was kind of spiffy.
Opener. Hey, pushing really hard and just moving the board around. Looked really fired up.
I feel like after Joe Chappelle like cries, he's like, I'm so tired of being fake.
After the show,
he's like being like, I know Joe, he's a super cool guy.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're forcing him to just be fluffy all the time.
Yeah. Kelly looks pretty fresh today. And he just like fell.
Yeah.
I get it. We need Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, Sterling Spencer. Those type of personalities.
We just want real.
And do people like that? Is some people, the reason they like to watch this show is because we kind of just say what we think?
Like, we're the only ones actually like saying it.
Wow.
Maybe like Barton Lynch's podcast.
And maybe Raglan, he's saying stuff.
But no one can understand Raglan.
I know, it's like,
Hey, look, if you're going to...
Straight for stoners.
Straight for the...
Surfers.
No.
Just speak clear, bro. Just kidding, Luke. Well, and that's one of the questions I was going to ask you today. What's one, if you could only change one thing from the surfing culture, you can only change one thing in the
tour.
About the tour. What's the one thing you would change? Is it women surfing, better marketing? What is it?
I would change the CEO to
me. And then it's like asking for a genie to all the wishes in the world.
But it needs to end at Pipeline.
Okay, in the whole thing at Pipeline.
It needs to end at Pipeline. Like, I like the Final Five thing, but at Lowers, it's like...
It's too low. Like we say.
Pipeline is just so legit.
Yeah.
And there's so much history. So many guys want to be in the Pipe Masters at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe make it like top 10 instead of 5.
Yeah.
So you can have like a good... like 2 days of like gnarliness.
So in like tennis and basketball, well, not basketball, but like tennis, there's like a top 100. Like, Michael Chang is number 88. Is the top 100 surfers literally the best surfers in the world? Or are they just the top travel-y, angriest, competitive people in the world?
I'd say like the top 20 surfers are probably the best surfers.
Yeah.
And then like everything else is probably like QS warriors.
They got travel money.
There's a few guys on tour where there's so many like really good surfers, but you're just never going to get them on tour.
Yeah.
Because they're more artist brains.
Yeah.
Ryan Peebles.
Ryan Crosby. Call into the show. We'll give you some tips.
Let's just make it real.
Let's make it
and
real.
Let's blow the girls up better.
Let's get some
like let them be them. Like maybe don't put jerseys on them. You know, like jerseys make everyone look the same. Like, and what's rad about tennis, like all the chicks, they wear like super cool stuff.
Yeah, and it's like in the NBA when Michael started wearing cool shoes and it was like...
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a team sport. We don't need jerseys.
Right.
Like, it's an individual sport.
Can't they just stick something on them so that... Is it for...
That's what NBA does. They just put whatever sponsor on.
Yeah.
So maybe just put like... They like... slap a logo on whatever they're wearing,
and then they can go out there in scarves and surf.
But tennis got famous because the chicks started wearing like
they were this fashion
stuff. Yeah,
they look sick.
They came out the jerseys with the numbers on their back. I'm like, this isn't freaking baseball.
Yeah, why do they need numbers? It's not hard to tell who's who that much.
It's so dumb.
Isn't there like 2 out there?
It's some nerd
was like, they need jerseys and we could sell them online.
That's why. So we could sell stuff.
Oh, no, dude. Freaking surfing is just not a sport.
It's an...
That's what made it so cool.
Yeah, it was anti-establishment.
So that's why they need a CEO to have both visions.
Yeah.
Like a core lord and a freaking like Ryan Crosby who probably is good at what he does.
Yeah.
Like getting stuff on Netflix or whatever he does, making video games.
He's good at making deals.
But is that a CEO?
I don't know, dude. I don't know anything.
Who's a real CEO we could get that would work?
I mean, you need a surfer that really wants to work hard and be in meetings and figure out money. And
that's the problem.
That's the problem, Sterling. Surfers just want to surf.
Like, what?
I was watching a video of Andy Irons' brother, Bruce Irons, talking about how they, for years, had no idea how much money they had in their bank account.
Yeah.
You seen that? Yeah. And they would just like, as long as I can go to the ATM, like their managers handled it and they didn't even care.
I got a good guy. Taylor Steele.
Oh, dude. The film guy.
Because he's not a full-on surfer.
But he's
so
a surfer.
Got good work ethic.
Good work ethic. Yeah.
I think he could be...
So wait, are you saying surfers don't have good work ethics?
No, they don't. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why Ryan Crosby's stepping in.
He's there with his tight fade cut.
I worked on video games for 24 years.
Doing the meetings is their surfing. That's where they get their Jones
Board meetings.
Yeah, okay. So we need a Taylor Steele that surfs but still has the work ethic to get
Taylor
it done.
Steele's a good one.
If you guys don't know who Taylor Steele is, he's a really good filmmaker.
Taylor Steele already kind of blew up surfing.
Right, with all his films.
Like he kind of did it on his own and everyone kind of mooched off of it.
Yeah. I got to meet him one time in a parking lot. It was cool.
Did you?
Yeah, when we were in Cardiff.
He's a really nice guy. He's super good with people.
Yeah.
Like,
I vote Taylor Steele.
Vote Taylor Steele. It reminds me of a funny thing that used to happen in me and Sterling's life. Wherever we traveled, I would tell Sterling not to introduce me as his cousin. And
I know, Ryan got super mad at me once. He's like, dude, you don't have to say I'm your cousin.
I didn't want it to be like nepotistic. Like, here's my weird cousin who's here because he's my cousin.
The reason I did it is because they're like, well, are you guys brothers or?
Yeah, but
because you have the same last name.
And
so then I have to be like, well, he's my cousin.
But that clip of Jack Johnson, you go, this is my friend Ryan.
See?
But I just didn't want the
And now you embraced it.
Now it's my
people are like, cousin Ryan.
It's my moniker, as your mom said.
As Jim Brewer would say.
PK Ryan. Well, we figured it out. We need Taylor Steele, and just let's do it.
We'll do the after show. It'd be hilarious.
Dude, we need like that, just like you said, a Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, like, but two other dudes too that just rip on.
Raglan.
Do you know how much people would listen to four of us sitting on some studio?
If we could get Raglan some like grammar coaching,
right?
Raglan and freaking who else? Like Eddie.
I mean, if you want to really get it going, John Wayne Freeman.
I think we should put him out in the water.
John Wayne Freeman just messing with everybody.
Could you imagine? It'd be so funny.
He would be like, what are you doing? Come on. So John Wayne's in the water.
Oh, Tyler Allen.
Tyler Allen, you, me, and Raglan are all sitting on a table like, what's up, guys? Afterwards.
We need someone that's been on tour, though. Raglan's a good surfer.
It's great
so
surfer.
he's in.
Okay.
Who else? Maybe like Rob Machado?
Yeah, someone with a little bit more credibility than me.
Well, you could be like the one guy.
Just the laughy guy. I'll be the Ernie.
Yeah, Ernie.
Not Barney. I'll be Ernie, the guy that kind of keeps everything.
Right.
Man, guys, come on now.
And you're on one end. And
Right.
who's
Rob,
your
Raglan.
you need a rival up there that fight.
Kelly.
You and Kelly. So Kelly on one end.
Dude,
you
Kelly
on the
would be
other.
sick.
We'd have to keep you separated. I'll be in the middle and then Raglan next to me.
Kelly has 11 rings on.
He's like
His fake fingers.
tapping him on the counter. Oh, I love it. Let's do it, guys. Make it happen, internet.
Ryan Crosby.
Ryan Crosby, hire us.
Dude, I have something to get off my chest.
What's that?
Does anyone else feel weird about people who wear robes?
People that like actively wear robes all the time?
Like you go to someone's house and they like open the door and they got their robe on and they have to like,
It's like they just filmed a video.
Dude, they're fluffy and weird and they're ugly. They make me feel weird. Does it make you feel weird?
I think because it seems like they just did the nasty or something.
That's what makes you feel weird?
It's like, oh, did they just...
I just think it's like the lowest level of human clothing.
Huh.
Or maybe like you always see the dad come out in Christmas movies and he's got the robe on.
It's kind of courageous for you to talk this way with what you're wearing.
Courageous.
What you're wearing. You're kind of in a robe right now.
That robes, they just make me feel weird. I remember my girlfriend when I was younger.
Yeah.
Her mom would come out.
Oh.
She was super hot, but she'd come out in this like pink robe and she'd have curlers in her hair and she'd be like, whoosh. I'm like, whoa, this is weird.
So you have trauma of robes.
It's like, dude, every girl that comes out in a robe, it's like it's like the end of the day, a girl goes
Oh yeah.
and they just let it all like
pressure wash the makeup off.
yes. And you don't even recognize them and they're in this robe, they're like, rah! It's like a wet cat.
Oh,
Like,
we should get a robe sponsor.
I don't know. They just always make me feel weird. Like
I probably worn a robe like twice in my life, so I don't know.
I would get one for Christmas every year, and I would be like,
I'm getting
not wearing it.
Oh, you won't wear it.
I think I did one Christmas, and I just felt so gross. Like they just dangle here.
It's just like you've given up on life.
Yes, it's a give up thing.
Yeah, you don't care. I mean, I kind of want to get one now.
Does anyone feel this way?
Leave a comment if you wear robes or hate robes. You know, I have this theory that people that are successful in life, that have a drive that's kind of bigger than most people's, is because their dads kind of sucked.
Because their dad was ashamed of them?
Or they just always rode them hard. Like
my dad?
Yeah. Well, dads that were super supportive, like, I love anything you do in life. They're just like, they end up just working at Winn-Dixie or something.
Right. What was your dad?
My dad was probably like a balance of that. Like, very supportive, but also kind of like, what are you fricking doing, bro? So I kind of have a medium drive.
Right. I'd say it's pretty true.
Don't you think it's true? Dads that are hard on their sons end up being like top notch.
Like they're better at life.
But not like a good I'm talking about like a little bit like manipulative and kind of like scary to their sons.
Right. You need a little fire to the furnace.
Because their whole life, they're trying to prove to their dad, I can do it.
Right. I would say like any like world champ of anything, it comes from this weird place in childhood.
I'll prove you wrong.
It all comes from a dad energy.
I know. It sucks that it also like ruins them.
I know.
Their whole life. Wish we could like, how can we like motivate someone without ruining them?
Yeah, like how, like you look at these guys on the internet and they're so motivated, and I'm like, God, he must have a bad relationship with his dad.
That's so true. Like it's like any world champion, I'm like, man, if they would have just gotten a couple more hugs when they were a kid, they probably wouldn't even be there.
They wouldn't even be looking at him.
It's like the people that are hugged the less, the higher up they are.
More hugs, more off.
I remember when I did contests, I remember being like walking around like, dude, all these guys, they just need therapy. Like every day they're fighting and striving.
You're mad.
And it's like, dude, if all the kids that seem like they had nice parents are like, why am I here?
They're like, I like my life.
Other guys are like,
yeah, and they're like, I like my life. I don't need to be angry.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
But I feel like this new crop of kids, I feel like they're balanced.
Because the parents were more loving, more caring.
Like, you know the 2% crew in San Clemente? Like Kaloe and them?
Okay. Yes, I do.
They're like crushing the tour right now.
Oh, okay.
Griffin Colapinto.
Right. Okay.
This new kid named Cole. He just won bells.
Ooh.
And he's like 18 years old.
Dude.
Or 19.
He's a baby.
And he's like 6'5". He's like the biggest surfer we've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's like the NBA version?
I had never heard of him. And all of a sudden, he won bells.
Weird. What's his name?
Cole Houshmand or something.
Cole Houshmand. Sounds cool.
But he beat Gabriel Medina in like the quarters.
Dude.
And it was a huge controversy.
Like upset?
So in my opinion.
Yes, your opinion.
Cole just crushed him.
Right.
And Gabriel is like the Trump of the surf world.
He is?
Yes.
He's racist? Just kidding.
So Gabriel, he has this crazy Brazilian following.
Oh.
And they literally attack people online daily.
Oh, so he has his crew to go.
So Cole needed a score, and then, dude, he crushed it. He sprayed so hard, Gabriel was sitting out the back, and the spray hit him in the back, and he's like, ah! And he got the score, and Gabriel comes in like, ah!
Because he sprayed him?
Well, Cole crushed him, and I think Gabriel, he knows he has his like QAnon Brazilian following, like QAnon. Like serious, like anything he says they'll do.
Right.
So he comes in, he's like, it's just really sad for the sport right now.
This is the worst judgment I've ever seen. It's bad for the sport, but it's something that we gotta talk about. But this is sad.
You know, the judging is so bad because I lost, because clearly I won.
Oh, he was...
So then they're showing like the waves on replay, and it's like, actually he kind of like crushed you. The only thing that was a maybe is he did this air.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone's over the airs.
Yeah.
I think what judges are over, they're tired of like someone just doing one maneuver and winning the heat.
Right. And
instead of like who's actually going to ride the waves the best.
Okay.
And I feel like that's what's changing in the judging. And like, you know, he did a crazy air for sure.
Yeah.
I'd say like 10 years ago, they would have given it a huge score.
10.
But now they're kind of like, you know, we're kind of over the big Hail Mary stuff. Like, let's see who can like win.
Like really ride the whole wave.
Yeah. We want completion. But I do see his frustration because I think there needs to be a conversation with judges and surfers. What are you judging?
Right. Yeah.
That's another dumb thing about surf contests. The judges are in different moods every contest.
Yeah.
There needs to be an official announcement like this is what we're judging.
Yeah, because in other sports, you score and win.
Yeah.
This, it's like, we don't like airs today, Gabriel.
Yeah, so I do understand that part of the frustration. But Gabriel for sure just couldn't handle losing to this grommet. It's his first year on tour. It's like his third contest. And he was like, Tatash!
So his ego.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to sick my QAnon Brazilian wolf pack on them.
Well, should you kind of shut up? Scary, dude. So what does that mean? He now moves up in the rankings? How does that work?
For Cole?
Yeah.
I mean, what?
I don't get how it works. Does he win a trophy in Bells, or is it just...
Yeah. He won that contest.
So he won the contest.
It's not that hard.
I know.
So, wait.
There's people out there, because this is the way my brain is still thinks surfing works. There's all these contests, but they don't matter, but they get you up to the top to win the big one at the end of the year.
So there's a winner of each contest.
Okay.
And you get 10,000 points.
Oh. See, tell people this stuff.
There's a winner of each contest and you get 10,000 points, and then seconds like 5,000 and so on.
Oh.
So the lower you place, the less points you get.
Okay, got it.
So if you win like all the contests, you're getting double the points of everyone.
And then that puts you in a better position at the end of the year.
So and then whoever's ranked the highest from those points wins the world title.
Did you guys know that?
But then they did this weird thing where the top 5 at the end of the year, then they go surf for the world title at lowers.
And the points don't matter anymore.
Points don't matter anymore.
Once you're top 5.
Which a lot of people don't like because, you know, like...
It's like, why worry about all the points all year if at the end it all just equals out?
Well, that's why a lot of guys are bummed. Like Carissa Moore on the girl side.
Okay.
She was like 10,000 points ahead of one. She was like 10,000 points ahead of everyone. And freaking, she gets beat every time she goes to lowers because she's like not that good at lowers.
Right.
And so it kind of sucks for her.
Yeah.
Because she like fully won it.
Yeah.
Like every world title Kelly won, like it wasn't the final 5. So it's like you're relying a world title in one day after all that year's work.
Dumb.
It's kind of rough.
It's rough. Change it up, Ryan Crosby. You know what kind of annoys me?
What?
Is when a celebrity does something so remotely small and nice that people talk about it. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like, oh my gosh, I met Angelina Jolie, and you know what she did? She said hi to me. Or something dumb.
It's just so nice that there's people that do.
Like if this biggest celebrity in the world does anything small, we all
just a normal person.
Yeah, we act like, oh my god,
they're so noble. But really, they're like going home and they're like kicking dogs. Stupid dog.
It's like Tom Hanks actually held the door open for me. It's like, what?
And you know, those famous people, they like know the
they have to
news will talk about it. So then they're extra nice. They're like, then they start going.
Yeah, they do that. But why is that so funny when somebody gets praised for doing the smallest? Just because they're celebrities? Why do we love them so much?
Because we're all so weak.
We want to worship something.
We all have a God-shaped hole in our hearts.
We all have a God-shaped heart in our holes.
God-shaped heart in our holes. Turned into a freaky.
I know. So what do you have a favorite celebrity? Let's just keep the celebrity thing going. If you could surf with one celebrity, who would it be? Come on, let's just ask that question. Any celebrity in the world, who would be fun to surf with? That you could teach, or maybe he's an okay surfer or whatever. Jim Carrey.
Male or female?
Yeah, male or female.
It's like two totally different reasons.
All right, a male.
Let's take Jim Carrey surfing.
Jim Carrey surfing would be insane.
It'd be hilarious. Or maybe like Lil Wayne.
Oh, and he can skateboard.
Yeah, it'd be fun to take him surfing.
Lil Wayne.
He seems so cool.
Yeah, he'd be rad. I'd want to take like Martin Short or something. One of the classics.
You're going to kill them all?
Yeah.
My back.
Martin Short would be a goat.
Dude, O.J. Simpson died. How do you feel about O.J. dying?
Like, I don't know. It's very confusing.
I
Because
think it made everyone just like...
freeze.
We wanted to be sad, but like, wait, he's a murderer.
Yeah, someone dies, you're supposed to be sad, but so our brains are like...
We're kind of like, good riddance.
I mean, he freaking killed his wife.
No.
Got away with it. Yeah, I don't know. It made the whole world just freeze, I think. Like, what?
It's like, what is going on here?
They should auction off his Bronco or something.
Wow, that'd be sick.
Like,
What if you got his Bronco and they just start tearing ass on the highway? He's going again!
Laird should buy it.
Publicity stunt.
Yeah, and burn it.
Why we all feel weird is he probably should have gotten put to death.
Right.
So we're like, man.
And cancer got him.
He lived an extra 50 years.
Well, don't you believe, I think we've talked about this before, where if you hold on to stuff and you have hate and anger and a lot of stuff in your life, like it literally can turn into cancer in your body. You know what I'm saying?
All the guilt.
All the guilt. Maybe you have weird secret stuff you've done and your body just kills you because and he died of cancer, dude.
Yeah. But he still lived longer than most people.
I know. So maybe
justice wasn't served.
No.
Have you ever seen the movie Kissed by God?
No, not the whole thing.
The documentary on Andy Irons?
No, I need to.
I watched it for the first time. I hadn't been able to watch it.
Oh, just recently watched it.
It was a very like traumatizing experience for me. Being the last person to surf with him, getting close with him, like his child coming.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I haven't really talked about this, but like I kind of chickened out after Andy died. Like I didn't go to his funeral.
Oh.
It felt too much.
Right.
And I felt like I had a lot of anxiety about it because me and Andy, we would talk about like our mental health and stuff.
Wow.
You know, he really opened up to me and we both kind of had similar issues, you know, with our mental health. So when he died, it scared me about my life. I'm like, dude, if Andy can die, like,
right.
You know, like it kind of rocked my world. Honestly, I just wussed out. I didn't go to his funeral. And I know his wife, Lindy, was like bummed at me. And I felt terrible like for years. And like me and her finally got, you know, better. I couldn't watch that movie.
Really?
I would turn it on and it was like too much trauma.
Wow.
And I would start like feeling super like nervous. And so I just ignored it a lot. And, so I've been doing a lot of therapy and, you know, he's my therapist. He's like, who's also like a mentor. He's like, if you're going to get over fear in your life, you have to go in.
Face it.
The only way to get over it is through it. And I was like, dang, that's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
And I, because I ran away from that situation, it followed me, even bigger cloud. And that's what I kind of realized I was doing wrong in life. When bad stuff would happen, I would go the other way to try to avoid the suffering.
Yeah.
But that suffering will get even bigger and follow you. And so after therapy, I was like, man, I got to watch this movie.
Wow. And it's been out for a long time,
yeah,
right?
It's been out like a decade.
Right.
So I like put it on the TV and like I just went in. Wow. And like it was crazy like how much anxiety I was having. But I was like, man, like, no, I need to watch this, like, for my healing. Because, you know, I probably, you know, maybe Andy's been contacting me, like, from the spiritual realm. Like, I feel like when our loved ones died, like, we need to grieve. You gotta, like, there's a connection to it.
Right.
And if you don't grieve properly, I feel like they keep knocking on the door. Like, no, I love you, dude. Like, that's the way it felt. And that's the way it felt with my dad passing away, too. Like, I did the same thing. I ran away.
Yeah.
So with this movie, I was watching and it was getting really intense. I was having tons of anxiety, but I just like kept pushing through. Like, no, I need to finish this and cry and like really. And dude, it brought so much memories. I was like, God, like, man, I really ran from all this. And dude, I could feel Andy like so immensely. Like at the end of the film, I like went outside and like cried and stuff. And dude, I could feel this like connection that I never had with him, like this goodbye-ness or hello-ness.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm the spirit realm. And dude, right when I did that, dude, Lindy sends me a video of Axel,
Andy's wife.
Yeah, she sends me a video of Axel saying like, you know the rules.
Shut up.
And it was like this crazy, like, it felt like, like healing and like,
wow,
the connectedness we have with all of each other.
That's crazy.
And it reminds me like how connected we all are and how important it is to like put that first in our lives and work second and third. And like, it was a really beautiful experience of like, people, if they're feeling the same way, it's like, you gotta stop running.
Stop running and being busy. Like, don't just stop and listen.
We're so much more magical than we think.
Yeah.
And we're so much more connected than we realize. So when you lose someone, I mean, the freaking Native Americans, they understood the connection. Like they would, if someone passed away, they would spend months grieving with each other.
Not just a week and then move on like we do.
That's why I think everyone's so depressed now. Because we're not connected anymore.
Right.
We think we're connected because we're looking at people through a phone.
All day,
It's not real.
It's not real.
What I've learned how to not be depressed, there's 3 layers.
Okay.
There's mental, physical, and spiritual. And we're like crystals, or we're like these spiritual batteries that need charging. So every day you have to go charge up.
Right.
And you need community, you need like mental stimulation, and then you need spiritual connection. And if you don't, and I think that's why everyone's so depressed, because they're just looking at a phone, and it's tricking the mind, thinking like, oh yeah, I'm living, but you're not. Like you need to go walk and like go say hello to someone. That's a charge. Like go put your feet in the sand. Like that's a charge. Like go like challenge yourself. That's a charge. And at the end of the day, you're like, I feel fulfilled.
Right.
Like the OnlyFans stuff, dude, I feel like it's so bad for them because like, dude, I hear there's been like an epidemic of like people killing themselves.
Right.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, and OnlyFans is this new wave in the last few years of just...
We all know what it is.
We all know what it is. And you're saying that now we're seeing repercussions and...
Yeah, I feel like women, they need self-worth. And if they're getting their self-worth through like men, like, yeah, take it off.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work.
It probably scars your soul.
A woman is a goddess.
Yeah.
Like they really are goddesses of this realm. So if they don't embrace that and know that, and they're just become a sex object, dude, it messes with them.
Probably deeper than we can imagine.
Dude, it's gnarly.
Yeah.
Like people need to hear this stuff to know, dude, you got to go get charged up the right way.
Right. Physically, mentally, spiritually.
Our society's so success driven. And that's not a charge. It's good to have goals and stuff because you want to challenge yourself. You want to see how you want to be the best you can be. I feel like that's a part of your evolution too. Like every creature is like if you watch a bird, it's just like it's like crushing. You watch a pelican, it's like and we're the same way. And then you see people walking, they're like, what?
Where's my Wendy's?
Like people should be the same way. Like we need to go out and freaking crush something. Like I think that's the magic of life. Like flowers, they're freaking crushed. They're beautiful. We're crushing right now.
So you're saying nature and animals are crushing all day?
Dude, all the answers are in nature.
Yeah.
When I watch everything, it's like, dude, go out and just chill in nature and like notice everything's just cruising perfectly.
Right.
And then you're like,
well, our culture is set up with Xboxes and social media, TV, movies, Netflix, Hulu, and that's where we get distracted all day.
Dude, it's so bad.
I've been trying to be more, what's the word? Just diligent on just going outside and taking big breaths and just looking at the sun and just be
looking at the sun.
Looking at the sun.
Ryan hasn't been out in a while.
No, just like, because my life is my best friend is a keyboard and a mouse.
Everything's gnarly. Dude, nature is all we need. That's what's so funny. Like, that's why you could offer me so much stuff, but like nature has everything I need.
I know, but you could get a really cool house in nature if we make some more money.
All I want is like a tiny house.
Right.
I don't want a big house.
Well,
then you have to worry about it.
Well, let's get a small house in a really expensive place. Yeah, I hear you. Dude, my favorite thing to do, we can cut this out, was to go up to the mountains. I know you're not a mountain guy.
I love mountains on islands.
Mountains on islands. I like to go into like North Carolina or Colorado or whatever and just be in the woods and just hear the streams and have my phone.
Mountains have this presence. It's like this, you don't even know why.
I know.
But
it's
they
just
speak to you.
It's just the earth pushed up.
I mean, the natives could tell us why. Like, there's a reason for it, but no, mountains are magical.
They're so magical, dude.
I love when mountains are next to the ocean because I can
Right.
surf and then look at them and feel them, and the mountain air hits you with the sea breeze.
Dude.
It's like, oh, I'm loving every minute of it.
And do you think like marijuana and drugs is kind of like a cheat shortcut to that? Because you hear about people like, oh, I smoke one and I go out into the woods and I feel connected. It's like, well, can you do that without that?
You got to ask yourself, why do you need that? First, because you really don't need anything. It's all in here.
Yeah, it's all in.
Like, you're just taking something to activate what's in there. I've always been sober. I'm like, dude, I felt so much more magical before any of this.
Yeah, it kind of puts a numbness over it.
But maybe not. Like, I had a special childhood where I could just surf.
Right.
So I was tapped in already. That's what I didn't realize. I'm already tapped in.
Yeah, everyone else has work and jobs, and you're out there going,
yeah, so
looking at pelicans all day.
Dude, it's all in here. I feel the most magical when I'm like so sober and I'm locked in and I'm in nature. And like, I like feeling super sharp, and then I let nature kind of like do the drug stuff for me.
That's cool. So what's something to wrap this part up? Like, what is something you would encourage people like to what? Simple, practical things. Get off their phones.
Go on a walk first thing.
Go on a walk with no phone.
And no phone, and just breathe.
It's hard for people to take you seriously with this outfit on, dude.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying you look insane. Not the trousers or whatever these are called, the scarf.
Dude, this is me.
I know.
Let me be me.
Okay.
Are you mad at Caitlyn Jenner?
What? Look at me. I'm cool.
Dude, I went down a wormhole with Caitlyn Jenner. Is that her name?
Yeah. Yeah, that's her name.
She's on like Fox News now.
Doing what?
She's like yelling at people. She's against trans in women's sports.
Oh, so she's joining the movement of like saying, don't put trans in sport.
And it's so crazy because she's a trans.
Is that what she is? Is that what it is? She is? Yes. I'm so nervous.
And I thought it was so bizarre because it's like, whoa, like, man, this is the leader of the trans movement saying, hey, no, we shouldn't be in women's sports. I think because she was a he.
Right. And
back
she was
in the day, and he freaking crushed everyone. Bruce. And he's imagining like, dude, I couldn't be with the women's.
Oh, because he's probably the best.
He was a biological male.
And he friggin' owned the Olympics.
Yeah, he won gold.
Yeah.
He's not delusional about it.
Interesting.
So I feel like it's kind of gnarly for the movement. Like your leader is like, nah, you've gone too far.
So what's the, what are people saying?
Dude, Caitlyn Jenner, is that?
I think, yeah.
Dude, she's like best friends with Trump. They're like, her and Trump, they're like high-fiving. But what's so funny about Fox News, they're so anti-trans.
Right. This is so weird.
I know, so I'm like, what, Fox? Like, you're always talking about trans, but now you're like, well, this one's cool. And
yeah,
it's kind of blowing my mind, but it's kind of rad because it's like, you know what? Freaking, you know, Caitlyn Jenner's just doing her thing and like, whatever. Like, who are we to judge?
Yeah.
And it's cool her being just like a real person.
Right.
Not go into this like weird, like, you know, kind of brainwashy, like delusional stuff. It feels like sometimes we're getting pushed on to us. Like, no, this is reality. It's like, what? Like,
it's so confusing.
To me, it's just like, okay, like, let people be whatever they want, you know, whatever. But I went down a wormhole last night. I was like, whoa, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah. So how does it, what's the end game? How does this end? Where do we settle? And
well, I feel like Caitlyn Jenner, she should have a big say in this because, you know, if she's saying like they shouldn't be in sports, I feel like that's kind of like a big stamp.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. People, it's so confusing, dude.
That's a pretty gnarly, like,
platform.
Yeah, for her to be like, no, y'all.
And everyone's like, wait, oh, I guess she's
they're
right.
like, Char, what?
Yeah. Guys, thanks for watching.
Ryan. I'm in the 12th dimension again.
Yeah. Are you in the sauna again?
I'm in the cold sauna, but Laird's not here today.
Oh, Laird's not there.
He had to run some errands.
Oh. Okay. Well, who's in there with you this time?
Well, actually, your mom's in here.
Oh my gosh. What does that mean?
She said, remember that one time when you cheated in school?
She told you?
She knows about it.
She knows about it?
Yeah, she talked to God. They're working something out.
It was a Bible verse quiz. Everyone was doing it.
Well, it's time to go.
All right.
I'm going to go back to my 12th dimension.
Okay. Guys, thanks for watching. Check out Pinch My Clip show coming soon, next Monday. We love you. Oh, don't break the camera. Don't. Stop.
How's it? Thank you for watching Pinch My Salt, the hit podcast of the world's #1 surfer, Sterling Spencer. You know the rules. Subscribe and tickle that like button. Pinch My Salt.
That's a fake. That's a Christian flick off. It's not real.
You naughty Rose! You naughty Rose! You naughty Rose!
He's out.